Hello and welcome to this HTML and CSS tutorial. This time we'll be looking at working with paragraphs in HTML. So when we're working with paragraphs in HTML, there's a few different ways of operating. Some people suggest that you should open a paragraph with a p tag and close it with a closing p tag. And others will suggest that you need to open a paragraph with a p tag, but you don't need to worry about closing it. I'm of the opinion that for the sake of clarity for the learner and for the creator, that closing our paragraphs off is always a good idea. And I'll show you what I mean. So we've got our basic HTML structure here. We've got our HTML tags, our head tags that has a title in it, and the title of our page is going to be working with paragraphs. We've got our body tags here, and inside our body we've got a heading that says Botany Downs Secondary College. Now remember, the difference between the heading and the title is the title will appear often in the tab or in the top of the browser window, whereas the heading will actually appear on the web page itself. Now I've got some text that I have already copied to the clipboard, so I'm just going to paste that text onto this page. My text will, once I get to the end of a line here, my text will automatically jump down to the next line and carry on going across. That's because I've turned on a feature called word wrap. If your text doesn't do the same as mine and you want it to, you can turn on word wrap by going to View, to the View menu, and making sure that there's a tick beside word wrap just here. So let's paste that text in now. So I've got 1, 2, 3 paragraphs worth of text. Just to show you what this looks like before we put p tags on, let's save this page now and preview it in Firefox. Should take a moment. There we go. So we've got 3 paragraphs of text, but actually they're essentially all together in the same paragraph because we've not used p tags to separate them out. So you can see our heading here, but our 3 paragraphs are all crammed up into one. So let's use some p tags now to help separate those out. So I'll put a starting p tag at the beginning of the paragraph, and at the end of the paragraph I will put an ending p tag. And I'll do that to each of the 3 paragraphs that I've pasted here. Cool. So if I save that now, what I should see is my heading followed by 3 separate paragraphs of text. Let's run that in Firefox to check. And indeed, we have our heading, and then we've got 1, 2, 3 paragraphs of text. So that's pretty simple. We've only gone 3.5 minutes into the video, so let's look at some other things we can do with paragraphs. The first thing I want to discuss, or to show you how to do, is to make some text bold. So let's look at making the text clear sense of direction bold. So inside of our paragraph here, we've got some text that we want to make bold, and so inside of the paragraph we'll put some strong tags. Now strong is a way of saying bold essentially. So the tag is just angle bracket strong, and then the closing tag is angle bracket / strong. And so now if I saved this and preview this in the browser, the text clear sense of direction should be bold. And you can see, maybe a little bit hard to see, so let me zoom in a little bit there. So we've got our 3 paragraphs, but now the words clear sense of direction are bold and are a little bit easier to see. Let's make the words worldwide Microsoft partners in learning. Let's make that also bold. So we'll go back to our text, into our second paragraph. And put some strong tags before worldwide Microsoft partners in learning, and then a closing strong tag there as well. Now it's very important that you close off the strong tag. If you don't, everything that follows it in the paragraph will be bold. So I'll save and I'll run that one. And now I've got two pieces of text that are bold. So just one more tag that I want to show you now that we can use with paragraphs, and that's tag to make text italic or leaning. And the tag for that is EM. E for elephant, M for magnificent. And EM is short for emphasis. So if I wanted to emphasize the words conceptual framework in this first paragraph, I'd add some EM tags to the beginning, angle bracket, EM, closing angle bracket, and after the word framework, a closing EM tag, which is angle bracket / EM, closing angle bracket. And if I save this now and run again, you'll see that now conceptual framework is italicized now. Now, you're probably thinking, can I do both? Can I make it bold and italic? And the answer is yes, you can. What you need to remember though is that we have this rule of nesting, which means if a tag starts inside another tag, it must close before the other tag closes. So if I wanted to make clear sense of direction bold and italic, I've already got the strong tags there to make it bold. If I wanted to make it italic, I could open a EM tag after the strong tag, and I would need to close it just before the strong tag. So the EMs would sit inside the strongs. I'll show you what I mean. So an EM, so we've got a strong tag followed by an EM tag followed by the text, and in the opposite direction we've got the text followed by a closing EM tag followed by a closing strong tag. And I'll save that and I'll run it again, and you'll see that now we've got bold and italic text both together in this paragraph.